This podcast is kindly supported by our friends at Acre Pharmacy, one of the key aesthetic pharmacies leading the way in responsible supply.
So we're really excited to talk about something new that we brought to the Nurse Network. It was a little dream and then it's become an idea and now it's become the reality, which is our new regional leads. So they've all been announced now, yes?
Yep,
every
pretty
single
much,
one's
yep.
been announced. We're covering every area as we wanted to make the Nurse Network more accessible for everybody, and we really want to become that support network. So we thought, what a better way to do it than to give a regional lead in every area, so that you've got someone directly to go to. Does anyone want to explain a little bit more about what our plans are for the regionals and how to find their regional?
I think, do you know, for me, I think this regional, I think it was you who brought it up into conversation because we were talking about it. Because let's be fair, when we launched the Nurse Network, we were kind of growing with it and seeing where it would go. You know, we knew we had an idea of what we wanted to achieve, and that was really simple. We wanted to provide support and networking opportunities. That was it. We were never going to be... we were never intending to be the JCCP. We were never, that wasn't our intention. Our intention was to provide good quality networking and support opportunities.
And
fun, absolutely, and to encourage that independence and autonomy almost as well. But what we did realise after we've grown, because let's be fair, we're not even in our first year yet. So we're babies.
Which is insane.
We're still new. But what we have done and what we've tried to do is really listen to feedback. And we know the UK is a big place. We've been hosting central events at, obviously, in Birmingham because we were trying to stay local. But we wanted to make sure that everyone felt that they were gaining and getting value. And what we realised was potentially people in Northern Ireland, in Scotland,
Wales,
or wherever for that matter, perhaps felt a little bit isolated. And that was the opposite of what we wanted to achieve. So we had a meeting and Grace quite rightly was like, right, okay, well, what we're going to do to make sure everyone has a Nurse Network lead in that area. And that was where the regional baby came from. And I think it's going to be insane because it already is.
Yeah.
I mean, the women that we have got involved are just incredible. They're so passionate. They get the vision. They get where we want to go. They understand it. And I think we've got a great journey. We're early beginnings, but like we said, we're going to have a meeting in Jan. We're going to get all the regionals in.
Yeah.
And we're going to set some big plans. And that plan's going to be, feel free to jump in if I'm missing anything, but how we can bring training to each region.
Yeah.
How we can make sure that potentially the regionals are available for mentoring as well as us. How they can create mini events, networking events and supportive meetings.
Yeah.
Also how they can feed back to us as well, isn't it?
WhatsApp groups as
Absolutely.
well for support.
So if anyone is struggling, they're by themselves, they have a question, they've got that WhatsApp group, it's really accessible, they can pop a message in there. The regionals also have a WhatsApp group with us, so they can feed anything back that people want. One thing we were really excited about was we've allocated a budget to some of the regionals to take our members out, whether it be a coffee morning or just to have some networking on us as a thank you for being a Nurse Network member. I think that's going to be a big hit.
Also to make sure that each one of our regions are getting and are aware of and are getting access to all the perks that we've worked so
we've
hard
got
to
so
get.
many perks that
Am I
aren't
still
being
brilliant?
accessed, or like people don't really know that they're
about
there.
them.
And I think having a lead in each area that is aware of all the resources and all the everything that we've built really is key. Because I think we are much bigger than we were when we started, obviously.
Absolutely.
But I think there's such a massive amount of people out there who are probably sinking and struggling still, who don't know that we exist. So hopefully dedicating time and effort and everything into having a regional lead in different areas and then promoting the Nurses Network on their page will lead people to access help. And I think as well, we've kind of focused on like the safety aspect as well. And I think that's a massive thing that we focused on as a network. And I think it will ultimately help aesthetics become a safer place, I hope. I mean, we don't know everything. We've said that, like that's been our message the entire time. But I think, you know, you can put people in the right direction of those who can help. And I think that's really key. Definitely.
And develop the community. I think the regionals are just going to help develop the sense of community even more, because it's going to allow people to
safe space,
and be able to network with people in the area that maybe they didn't know exist. You know, girls, this time last year, did we even know each other existed? And now look at how much support we give to each other, and we didn't know. And you know, there's so many aesthetic practitioners out there that you just don't know, and you could have somebody that you could get on with really well and be a great friend, a support network that's 25 minutes down the road that you've never even met before. So hopefully we can introduce you to other aesthetic practitioners and allow you to network and develop better friendships, support systems, and then make aesthetics a much more friendly, nicer place to work in.
Or even just getting the message out there that we aren't just for nurses.
We're nurses.
Yeah.
We are nurses. We're a network of nurses.
We're nurses that network.
Absolutely. But do you know what though? This is the point. Like I've always said this from day dot. We underestimate the value of networking. I mean, you girls know what I'm like. When I am away, when we're doing anything, you won't see me. I am off, because that is our opportunity to mingle, to talk, to learn, to engage, to get to speak to people that we wouldn't ordinarily get the chance to speak to, and to speak to our members, speak to our delegates. And I'm quite comfortable doing that. But I know so many people, even at the network, at the conference that we had in November, I was constantly looking, and I was seeing many times during the day, one person just stood there on their own, and I was coming over and bringing some people with me and getting them, forcing people to get out of that comfort zone. And I think the benefit alone from engaging and talking to other like-minded practitioners is invaluable. It makes you feel so much better. You can bounce ideas off each other. I've got a group of nurses who I would class as my friends, you know, like Tanya, for example, who you met at the conference. Like, she messaged me the other day and we were talking about some stuff, and we probably voice noted each other off and on for about 8 hours that day about premises and about this and that and the other. And that's invaluable. You want to bounce ideas off each other. And I just love the fact that we can hopefully provide that for people.
And I think as in aesthetics as well, the fear of turning up to a conference by yourself, or things like CCR or one of our conferences or CMAX conference by yourself holds people back a lot. So they decide not to go, and I'll just catch up online because I don't want to go and be the person that doesn't know anyone. So these regional groups, hopefully it'll introduce you into your community, and you'll find someone, and you could travel with on the train because they're going from the same area, you know, similar region, or someone that you know that when you get there you can send a text in the WhatsApp group and they can meet you outside. So hopefully it'll mean that people can access more of our conferences, other conferences, by getting to know the people in their regions.
And it'll help them to grow as well, grow their business through other people, skills. Give them more confidence. I think that'll be amazing.
So if you are a Nurse Network member and you aren't in your regional WhatsApp group, they should be up and running by now. If they're not, we can sort that out. Yeah.
And also on our website as well, we've got a list of every regional. So what will be up is when you click onto the regionals, you'll have your region, who the regional leaders and their email address, so they can always reach out to them.
If you're not in them, then let us know and we can add you into that region.
Or go on Instagram and you'll be able to go to their clinic page and find them that way. Absolutely. If that's easier for you.
But I think the key is here, we want to get across, we're not palming other people off. We're not trying to skirt, you know, big disclaimer, we've never taken a single penny out of this. Everything we've done is plowed straight back into growing this and trying to make this community bigger. We're not saying that we're getting these regional amazing regionals involved because we want to take a step back. We just realized, I think we have realized, we can't be what we want to be for everybody. And we just can't do that. We're just incapable of to be able to split ourselves that thin. So what can we do so that you always know that you've got someone in TNN that you can reach out to? I mean, we can sit here all day and say we're always going to be here for you because that is our intention. But are we going to be able to do that for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of members? We're not. But with the regionals, we know we can do that and we can achieve that solidarity.
Being honest, probably TNN grew bigger and quicker than what we expected.
True.
So here we are now, just reaching the demand, trying to fill those gaps, and like you said, make it more accessible for everyone.
But I think we also are really grateful because we are trying to learn ourselves. You know, we've got current members who, when we asked for feedback the other week, said, "Oh, it would be really nice to have some free, you know, some free resources." I'm like, they're there. We clearly haven't done our job probably if we've got members who don't realise what's already there. That's something we've learned. How can we make that more accessible? How can we make sure people know where to look? You know, that practitioner hub that we're working, that we've got on the website, that's always going to be a work in progress because we're trying to pack that out as much as possible. You know, we're all taking time out of our schedules every single week to add to that, to grow that. And we will continue to bring that level of dedication for as long as we need to make sure you're happy. And we're just really grateful that people are kind of sticking with us because we're on our journey as well. You know, we don't know what people want until they tell us. So there's the biggest message. If we're not doing something that you want us to do as well, just feed it to your regionals, feed it to us, because it's not a critique, it's how we grow as well. We want to make sure we support you. And by you, we mean every medical injector is in our network. So if you think of something that think this would be really good, please share it so that we
send
can,
it in.
We can evolve.
We can action it then.
Absolutely.
If we don't know, we can't action it.
Ideas are exciting.
Yeah. But I think the key thing is we are still going to have a group Christmas party because let's be fair, that was insane.
It was insane.
It was. We'll make sure we still do host every year. A
One thing we got right.
One thing we got right.
We're never missing that Christmas party. We like a party too much.
No, absolutely. And nurses need that. They need to kind of get together. It was hilarious. It was brilliant.
It was great.
Yeah. And I think the other question we got asked of people was, what's next? When's the next event? And when they asked it me, I started to swear.
Let's have Christmas.
Yeah. I think our goal right now, isn't it, is getting these regionals really onto the ground.
The network, grow the membership, and then we'll look at the next event.
The next event.
I'm sure with Kate, it won't be far away.
Yeah.
No,
everyone's excited.
I reckon we aim to do, I reckon we probably aim to do one probably around Easter. Yeah. I reckon probably Easter. I think in hindsight, November, as great as it was, I think we all know October is conference season. Like, it's so intense, and November is intense. I mean, don't get me wrong, we still had a sellout event. It was incredible. But perhaps our reflection is maybe try and do one in the summer, a main one, and then maybe we do smaller regional.
May, June was good. May,
nice
May
and
time.
Yeah, that was
summery.
Good. We'll see.
We will see. ...
To be continued.
But what I can say is anyone who is a member will be receiving some kind of contact from your regionals at the end of January, because we're all going to get together and have a busy day, if not 2 days, where we bagel our heads, set some big plans and get them in action. And we're going to get every single one of those regionals from all over the UK in one room. Imagine the reels. Imagine the reels that we're going to create. It's going to be fun. But I reckon we're going to smash out some serious plans. And who knows, we might even film it. Let everyone see. That would be hilarious.
And then we can get the regional dates in the diary.
Yeah, definitely. So stay tuned, guys. Please know we are trying our best. And 2024 is going to be epic.
Yeah.
Epic.